The heavy middleweight champion of Great Britain comes from Bolton and is opposed by Steve Taylor of Bradford.
Hello again, grappler fans. Good afternoon to you.
Is over 6 5-minute rounds with one fall only, one submission or KO to decide. Your referee, Mr. Ken Lazenby.
And so once again, good afternoon, without interrupting Arthur Green, our MC this time, who introduced, of course, the first preliminary contest in this afternoon's program, a 6 5-minute round contest of one fall between Bert Royal and Steve Taylor.
Round one.
Now then, for those who don't remember Bert Royal, but I'm sure there are a few grappling fans that don't, the slightly darker trunks with a stripe down the left-hand side of the front may help. Steve Taylor, probably the taller of the two, this young Bradford boy, and very much heavier. Catchweight contest of 6 rounds, and the first fall to decide it. Once again, we get a bout of experience versus agility, and maybe a few years younger, too, of course, Steve Taylor, but that experienced Royal shouldn't be worried about him. Ken Lazenby, the referee. Good crowd here at the City Hall, Sheffield. A little quiet at the moment, but of course, first bout of a preliminary contest, first round of a preliminary bout is naturally a little slow starter. As they set their sights. Taylor nicely there to a backhand. Look how Royal gets out of it. It looks so easy, doesn't it? So applause from the crowd. They appreciate the good counters, even if they're not making too much noise here. But I bet they warm up later on in this bout. Couple of minutes left in this first round of 6, and already both men showing signs of to be quite an entertaining contest here. Arm lock now to Steve Taylor. And Bert Royal not able to get out of that arm lock that quick. See if Royal goes over the top here or uses the ropes or the referee's shoulder to do a back somersault. No, comes on the inside nicely. A double wrist lock, but it still didn't work for long. Now it has. Royal First turned the tables completely with that temporary backhammer. And Steve Taylor not falling for that one. Just 1 minute left in the first round. To an ankle royal. Well, with the leg through, the bar through, and that figure four leg lock, so he can stay there for as long as he likes, really, if he decides to try and get a weakener from it. 15 seconds to go. Backhammer to Taylor, but only a few seconds now as he goes for the near arm lever to the end of round one. So young Steve Taylor of Bradford, what a great wrestling family this fella comes from. Eric Taylor, of course, the heavy middleweight champion of Great Britain, trained and really started him off in his what's going to be quite a career, I think. 14 stone, Steve. And he also has a brother in the game, Dave, and we'll see more of him, I think, a little later on, too. Steve Taylor just returned from a few weeks in Germany.
Second away, second round.
Round two, and here at the City Hall, Sheffield, a catchweight bout as preliminary contest this afternoon's program between the British heavy middleweight title holder, Bert Royal, back to canvas at the moment, in the slightly darker trunks, versus Steve Taylor of Bradford. Catchweight because Bert Royal at 12 stone 10, Taylor at 14 stone. Referee Ken Lazenby. And there's typical Royal get out. Going from the full Nelson to the quick head mare. And a neck twist to finish. Those Royal feet really can move very quickly indeed and do quite a bit of weakening damage. That's not allowed in this hall or anywhere in Sheffield. Any form of back elbow or arm lever over the shoulder like that against the joint, illegal. The Sheffield Watch Committee will not have it. Put his weight on the Taylor feet to get out of this and bend the knees or open the knees if he can. Yes, over the top into the full Boston. A typical Royal get out again. And he could have the submission that he needs for the bout, because it's a 1-4 contest. Double leg Nelson follow-up. Holding press follow-up to Steve Taylor. Again the double leg Nelson Taylor. Holding press Royal. Spun out by Taylor. Nice. Royal thinking of the full Boston crab then, but decides to go for the back breaker instead, using the knees underneath the small of the back there. Double knee hold. Taylor as a counter gets a 2. 2 count on the pinfall twice. Semi-jet stranglehold now, Royal holding it. Oh yes, nicely held back. He was clearer at the top there, Royal. Trying a shoulder press from the top, but changed his mind at the last second. Just under a minute now left in round 2. No score, of course, because this is a 1-4 bout. The first 4 finishes it. Well, that's the Royal specialty, the running time for the ropes there. We've worked back on him here. Half a minute to go. Attempting a backbreaker again over the knees, but not this time. Still a shoulder press possibility. Just 5 seconds to go.
3, 4.
There he is. So many people's favorites. Grappling fans from all over the country still think that this guy is one of the greatest, and I'm right along with him, I must say. Bert Royal, South Bolton, another great wrestling family, just like his opponent here this afternoon, Taylor. Bert Royal's father, Vic Hessel, brother, of course, Vic Faulkner, and quite a wrestling family there. 2 of them in the ring at the same time.
Take it away. Round 3.
So round 3, 1-4 decides this bout. At catchweight, Bert Royal versus Steve Taylor. And that's Taylor behind Royal there with the stranglehold, but not a very tight one at the moment. And still, in the start of this 3rd round, the crowd here at City Hall, Sheffield, quiet, but they applaud on good moves and good escapes, which shows that they are probably mostly purists, rather than wanting all the fast action stuff with no good wrestling. Well, they're getting the purist stuff here from these 2. Royal's real speciality, apart from the monkey climb, of course, is the flying head scissors, but he's pretty handy with a drop kick there as well, as you saw. Oh, yes. And if anybody starts the forearm smashing on him, he'll give a couple back. Again, a folding press attempt, but again, too far over. Single finger interlock, and of course Taylor again gets the advantage from that by going for the head rather than staying with the finger lock. No. Don't trouble Royal with that. Again, Royal going for the Boston. The 3rd time, and the 4th time he's gone for it. And Taylor underneath now. Royal in trouble here.
1, 2, 3.
Typical Royal move, the near arm lever, the grapevine on the opposite leg. Now, this could possibly develop into a submission hold, but I don't think so with Taylor. I think he'll just hold out. If it's a two-fall bout, maybe a chance, but in fact, he's... Well, the bar's still through. Taylor's bar through the figure four leg lock. Just a couple of minutes left in this third. He's got rid of the figure four anyway. Royal, when in drawn position, so often attacks with his feet on the arm levers and backhands. There's another example of it. One minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The leg spread to Taylor. Royal, having got the advantage, immediately saying, "Clip that little up. You can do it back to me." 8 seconds. Oh, that knee came up, did right. Taylor hardly have time to do much else in this round. Right, well, let's have another close-up look at Steve Taylor from Bradford. There he is, Steve, who was saying that he had 1 year amateur experience at the Hilltop Amateur Wrestling Club in Bradford, one of perhaps the most famous in the country, one of the most top three anyway, I should think. Turned pro in 1972 full-time. His speciality, of course, learning to master all the holds, but drop kicks may be amongst them. His hobby is breeding horses. He just returned from Germany, had a 6-week tour out there. Very successful, apparently.
Take away, round 4.
The start of round 4. Right from the bell, Royal comes out for that drop kick. 3 rounds to go, and 1 fall to decided. There's the second. Steve Taylor on the canvas there in the lighter trunks, who leaves for Mexico next Tuesday, so we won't be seeing anything of him for a few months.
3, 4. 2.
Royal not going to fall for that, and he does fall for that, though. That was nicely timed by Taylor. Seldom you see Royal walk into a drop kick. He delivers them, but very seldom walks into them. And Taylor got him now. A slam from that punch hold, but the leg chop just gets Royal out of trouble. The nearest thing for Royal. That's a Royal speciality being worked on him again. Taylor operating that well, that flying head scissors, twice. That Royal won't like that. And he's walked into the third with cross pressure from Taylor, and again Royal in trouble. Third time he's been in trouble in this bout. Very near to a pinfall against him. Only one necessary. He held that well. Cross buttock, low cross buttock. Too late, but Royal waiting for him. He's over the top, recording first. He leads base up his arms with his feet, and he'll never move from there. Beautifully done. Typical Bert Royal specialty there on a pinfall. In round 4. Just 1 minute 45 seconds into round 4. Royal the winner by the 1 fall required. And Arthur Green, our MC, to announce.
1 minute and 45 seconds of round 4 with a reverse waist hold after some really scintillating top-class wrestling. Bert Royal gains the first and the winning 4. Ladies and gentlemen, young Steve Taylor has just made this remark. No queries, no qualms, but he only wished it had been an 8-round contest with 2 falls to give him a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, the words of a champion, Bert Royal says, there's always got to be somebody coming up to try for our titles, our places. I don't refuse anybody. Anytime Steve wants, he can have a rematch. The both now, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, is our 3rd bout over 6 rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or 1 KO. I give you on my right, in the blue corner, the gentleman of the ring, Johnny Say. And on my left, another wrestler, who it is my pleasure to introduce once more to you, Keith Martinelli of Warrington.
Ken Lazenby with his quick pep talk, and this should be a humdinger, this lightweight contest, or a catchweight actually, but in the lighter class.
Take away, round 1.
Johnny Saint of Bagley, South Manchester. At 11 stone 2, the ex-lightweight champion of Great Britain, the tall boy in the light trunks. And he's taking on Keith Martinelli of Bolton at 12 stone 8 in the middleweight class. In the black trunks there. Back to us. We haven't seen him for quite a time now, Martinelli. But it should develop into quite a bout, this one. 6 5-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner.
You're on, please. Keep it on, Martinelli.
Armlock still there, whatever Saint does at the moment. And it's still there. Number Saint in the light trunks. Over the top. That brings him out of the trouble.
Martinelli. Keep it on, please. Come on now.
Come on.
We've got it on. Martinelli. Keep it on.
Nicely out, Martinelli. That hammer suddenly disappeared there. Ken Lazenby, of course, the referee in this final contest.
Martinelli.
Chance at it, but it didn't last long now. Johnny Saint, one of the fastest spins out in the business. He produces really fast spins out. If you ever can't see the trunks, of course, the tattoo marks on shoulder or upper arm and forearm of Johnny Saint will identify it. He's taller, but he's giving away a stone and 6 pounds, almost a stone and a half here to Keith Martinelli, and of course a lot of experience with it, although Saint is experienced, Keith Martinelli is more so. The speed of his counters and his escapes are really good. Irish wins.
No. 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 No.
Less than a minute now in this first round of 6. The best of 3 falls. So the first 2 falls scored by one man. It's the end of the bout. That goes for submissions as well. Half a minute to go, and ringside here, we're all hoping that there's not too much ground wrestling, because we expect a lot of the fast action rope-to-rope stuff from these two. Martinelli not bad at spinning out either. And hardly worth starting much of a new move here. Right on the bell. Keith Martinelli of Bolton at 12 stone 8. He had quite an amateur experience before turning pro, and he's had a few years of that too. He's been away from the television screen for quite a time, but I'm sure grapple fans from a few years ago will remember him on many occasions. Always fast, slick wrestler, and it's great to see him back. I hope we see more of him. And this fight with Johnny Saint should bring quite a lulu of a contest with any luck.
Takes away, second round.
Round 2, no score. Saint versus Martinelli. And that's what happened when you try and throw Saint. Lands back on his feet. Must be infuriating for any opponent. Side head chancery, Martinelli. Nicely, and he could hold him there. No, couldn't get out of the chancery. Still in it. Turn to a reverse side headlock now, but finally out of it. He whipped Martinelli then, and Martinelli didn't go with it. And that really hurt his shoulder open. He went with it that time.
1, 2, 3.
Felt that all right. Martinelli decides a little bit of a breather, so he gives his man a figure 4 head scissors. Not closed yet. That feet should be. And if he can hold it there for a few seconds, he gets an extra breather. Finally turned into it. Now he's got a chance. Yes, and a possible full Boston crab too, but through the rope, so he let go immediately. The break was called. Typical Johnny Saint there. Oh yes, it didn't happen. It's a double leg Nielsen chance, but he didn't quite latch on there, Martinelli. But he's mad with himself now at not taking that opportunity. Anyway, the crowd liked the move. Side headlock now to Saint. Couple minutes to go in this second round. Backhammer Martinelli. Undresses it with his foot. Another move of Saint's. Great get-out move. Had to go eventually. Flying bloody scissors to Martinelli. Saint can wind up with a Boston out of this.
No.
Even Saint forced to give up against that power. So maybe I'll have a try at a single, but he doesn't get the single Boston out either. Half a minute left now.
Come on.
Martinelli's only got to hold out for about 4 seconds. Well, all the wrestlers, of course, have some ambition in the wrestling game, but Johnny Saint, the former lightweight champion of Great Britain, has 3. 1 in this order, too. The European lightweight title, now held by Bobby Ryan, who surprisingly on television recently got it off Jimmy Breaks. The British title, held still by Jimmy Breaks. And then, of course, the world title by Scotland's George Kidd of Dundee. That's what he wants to do in that order.
Take it away. Round 3.
Round 3. 4 rounds to go and no score. 2 falls to the side. Again on his feet. the agility of Saints. No, he couldn't land on his feet that time, but he was really ready in case Martinelli had followed up. Martinelli having the nerve to try a Boston Crab. I wonder if he'll get away with it. He's got it almost there. But now, he's got to go further on. He's got to go further on. He's lost the chance. He could get that left leg race, but now Saints caught him at exactly the right moment. The counter gives up. And the applause from the crowd here at the City Hall, Sheffield, for Saints' ability to prevent that Boston Crab from actually landing on. Paul Nelson now, Saint. Oh, yes, Johnny. Not for too long. Over the top with Martinelli on the double leg Nelson. A holding press now to Martinelli. Double leg Nelson to Martinelli, but ropes. Double wrist lock back here, position to Martinelli. Doesn't want it. Changes his mind. Nicely through. Gets the double leg too, but not quite as far as he wanted to. Enough to get a toe and ankle. And go to the far end. Base bar. Still got that folded leg over his body. Before Nelson and Saint, but he couldn't get in on tough enough and allowed Martinelli to get out. Nice move by both men now. And a double figure eight lock. Just under a minute now in the third. No orthodox freestyle forward here, just a week. Come on now. He's got just over 25 seconds to stand this now. He doesn't. Johnny Saints realizes he's not going to get a submission from it, so releases. Come on. 5 seconds. Keith Martinelli Well, already we've seen, although he's got a weight advantage in this bout of 1 stone, 6 pounds over Johnny Saint, the former lightweight champion, he's still pretty agile, isn't he, Martin? He really is showing that he can keep up with the pace, although his counters and escape moves are not so quick as Johnny Saint's naturally. Very few people's are. But doing pretty well, and I don't see why we shouldn't see a great deal more of him again on the box like we used to.
Take away, round 4.
Round 4, 3 to go. Still no score. 2 falls to decide. Johnny Saint versus Keith Martinelli. Martinelli trying the double knee hold now. The double arm stretch now. Martinelli at the back with the black trunks.
No.
Very unusual to get Saint taking a bad landing. Let's see how bad it is. Might slow it down longer. Oh, that's not going to help either.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They slowed Saint up for the moment. The whole Boston crowd can play it. Didn't hold it. Teddy the second time. No, he still can't. Great play. Opposite arm lever not there, but the left knee over the back of the neck there. Reminiscent of Zoltan Bostic, who does the 3-in-1 speciality submission move, and this could be it too from Saint. In fact, I'm quite sure Johnny Saint learnt it off Zoltan Bostic. Don't think I've ever seen any other lightweight do this except Bostic. Hungarian. But it didn't work this time. Cross press, no, too loose. Not enough weight, I should think. Well, we've seen Martinelli with the head scissors on several occasions. Let's see how he gets out of it. Separates the knees with his own knees. Well, that's the attempt. No, the feet, working on the feet too. Both work anyway. But Saint doesn't really want him to leave just yet. They'll have to let him, I think. Reverse side headlock, Martin. Spread. Much hold. Can he get the slam? No, he couldn't, because that headlock was still there. Trying it again, saying again the slam didn't arrive because of the headlock. Still Martinelli persisting with that headlock enough to prevent the slam.
Give it on, Martinelli.
Can listen to the referee right there in case Saint wants to submit from that. He could afford to, of course, being a 2-4 contest. Oh, what a whip. Beautiful whip out. But it worried Saint. Now that's worried Martinelli's left shoulder again. But it really held Saint well. 1 minute left. Round 4. It's a little near the ropes anyway. Far too loose. 30 seconds. Now Martinelli's turn to release when he sees he's getting nowhere with a hold. Of course, that's the only way. No point in hanging about trying the same thing. It's not working. Of course, Christ is saying the throw is thrown off so easily. And I don't think they'll get together again too much in this round. Just 5 seconds. Let's take another close-up look at Johnny Saint there over in the front corner. There he is, Johnny Saint. Well, I think the greatest thing we can probably say about Johnny Saint is that every other lightweight, and a really experienced lightweight from the 60s, have always believed that this boy was one of the greatest lightweights this country has ever known. Now, this is why possibly he has the ambition and really believes he can go far as the titles are concerned. I think he can. I'm not sure about George Kidd, the world, but the other two, he's got a good chance.
Take it away, round 5.
So 2 rounds to go. As we start round 5, 2 falls to decide the bout. No score. Johnny Saint versus Keith Martinelli of Bolton, and that's Saint in the lighter trunks. Back to canvas now.
5, 6,
Martinelli trying everything he knows to weaken Saint's back and try and get him in that Boston crab. He's attempted on 3 or 4 occasions so far. Martinelli has nearly a stone and a half weight advantage over this man. Try to go over the top using Martinelli's leads a step ladder. No effect. A double-handed wrist lever, Martinelli, and he got it that time. The follow-up check came well, body check came well. Can he do it again? Flying tackle Saint, but is he heavy enough? And over the top for the slam, and it's Martinelli down with a reverse double knee, and this could be it. It is. So, nearly a minute and a half into round 5. The first one to Martinelli.
In 1 minute and 20 seconds of round 5, the first ball with a body slam to Keith Martinelli.
Martinelli sporting to go over. You can see whether Johnny Saint's okay. Of course, that back after that slam and the previous weakness hasn't helped him at all. But he's got a few seconds only to go into round 6, the final round.
Take away, 6, the last round.
So Martinelli in the black trunks coming in, leading by 1-0 over Saint. Now can Saint come back quickly? A chance there in a Saint special. Yes, he's got it. Well, that didn't take him too long to get the equalizer. It took Martinelli completely by surprise at the start of the final round. And so a draw in the first few seconds of round 6.
In the 6th round, with a reverse wrestler's brace, the shoulder press, Saint gained a very, very startling and quick equalizer. Ladies and gentlemen, the result is a draw. And it could not, I think, be a more fitting one than for this contest.
Well, thank you, Arthur Green. Yes, a great contest, a 1-4 each draw, going to the whole distance. And was it worth it? I hope you think at home that it was like we do at ringside. But that's goodbye from all of us at Sheffield. Have a good week. Till next week.